guys, welcome to today's video. I'm starting my morning off with a layered smoothie. So smoothie one has banana, spinach, Topeka vanilla protein powder, a little bit of Topeka greens powder, peanut butter, cashew milk, and I'm going to top that off with a little bit of water. Just, save on nut milk. That's expensive. I'm gonna blend up that half, and while I do that, we're going to make the other layer. I thought this would be kind of a fun way to mix it up and make it a little spooky-ish. So now we have banana, frozen blueberries, some Topeka acai powder, I think that's how you pronounce that, some more protein, and some more cashew milk and water. I'm gonna blend that up too, and we'll see how this layers. This was actually really delicious, so. Here we go, the blueberry layer, yum. And then we're gonna top it with the peanut butter banana layer. And it looks pretty cool, I think it looks cool. Tasted amazing, but I mean, where can you go wrong? It's a bunch of fruit and peanut butter. But yeah, I don't know, gave me kind of a goosebumps kind of vibe, to match my shirt that you'll see in a moment, where I gave it a little taste test, and yeah. Now I'm having a latte, so I'm gonna mix half a cup of coffee. I'm gonna pour half a cup of coffee, top it with some frothed cashew milk, cinnamon, there's some molasses and ginger in there. Delicious, super fall. On my little dog mug, he got a little pumpkin on his back and his head. I found that at Winners and I love it. And I enjoyed that while I watched an episode of Goosebumps. You know, it's Halloween in the season. Now we're gonna make these jack-o'-lantern stuffed bell peppers. So we're gonna start with some quinoa that I had already cooked. So I'm just gonna pour some of that into a bowl. I cooked too much quinoa, so I had extra. And I'm gonna add some frozen corn. This is a corn and jalapeno blend, which is excellent. I get it at Superstore and I love it. Then I'm gonna put some salsa on there. This is all I just threw it all in there. I didn't really measure anything. Went for kind of a Tex-Mex-y. Then we're gonna add our spices. We got some cumin, some garlic powder, chili powder. Ooh, lots of chili powder. And some nutritional yeast. Tasty. And then we'll just mix all that up. And I did preheat my oven to 425 for the bell peppers. Now our mixture is all done, and I'm going to attempt to carve these jack-o'-lanterns. This was actually surprisingly easy. Way easier than carving a pumpkin, but that's to be expected. Just hollow them out, and then there we go. Fun. This was a really cute idea. It was a really cute festive Halloween lunch. I would do this again. Stuffed bell peppers aren't something I normally make either, but I really enjoyed them. I find bell peppers are just like so expensive. I'm like, I don't want to eat a whole one with my meal. But a new produce market opened up near me and it's very affordable, so I've been eating a lot more peppers lately and loving it. So I have a little bit of water in that pan to prevent the peppers from sticking to the bottom, just like a thin layer. And I filled them up and I popped them in the oven, and about 35 minutes later they came out looking awesome. So I had one of these and my boyfriend had the other one, and we both loved them. Now we're gonna get into something really fun here. We're gonna make my marshmallow stuffed chocolate chip cookies. You don't have to make them with as big of a cookie as I just showed there. I've since made them with just a tablespoon of dough, but all of that information is in the blog post. That will be linked below. So we have some softened vegan butter, some coconut sugar, some vanilla extract, some plant-based milk, and then we're just gonna mix all that together. Mix, mix, mix. Oh yeah, mixing. Then we got some salt, baking soda, baking powder, The blog post will have that. Some AP flour, and then we're just gonna fold that in, add our chocolate chips. How else would it be a chocolate chip cookie? Lovely, look at that dough, perfect. I used the Dandy's marshmallows for this. They are vegan marshmallows. They should be fairly simple to find. I find them at my local superstore. I'm in Canada. So for these big cookies, I did 2 tablespoons of dough and flattened that into, you know, a cookie. And then I'm gonna add my marshmallows. I used 4 marshmallows and then another 2 tablespoons of dough, which was one big ass cookie, I'm not gonna lie. But you can do just 1 tablespoon of dough. I did those for movie night and everyone loved them and they were perfect and bite-sized. I wish I had filmed them like that here. But I mean, I enjoyed the monster cookies too myself. I mean, I ate all of them. I was recipe testing this recipe for like a week and I made them like 3 or 4 times. And I'm not embarrassed to say I ate almost all of them. They were so good. I used the Dandy's pumpkin spice marshmallows too, which is just, oof. Apparently they have holiday ones, like Christmas ones. I don't know if they're peppermint or candy cane. I mean, I guess that's kind of the same thing. But oof, I'm gonna have to get some of those. You could also use the full-size regular vanilla Dandies and just like cut them in half, or you don't even have to stuff them with marshmallow. You can just make them as chocolate chip cookies and they were awesome. So as you can see, I'm still just molding cookies here. Looking tasty. Yeah. There we go. Now they went into the oven and 12 minutes later, they came out looking fantastic. Like my little tiny cookie in the middle, that was my extra dough. Does anyone else do that? I don't want to waste anything. I guess I could have just eaten it from the bowl, but like, got a little sampler. Ooh, these look amazing. And ready for it? Oh yeah, the marshmallow shot. Heck, amazing. Now we're gonna make just a basic chili. So we're gonna start off with heating our pan, medium heat, a splash of water. You could use oil if you wanted. I'm gonna add in some bell pepper, onion, garlic, saute that up a little bit. Then I add some carrot, parsnips, just because I had them, I figured I'd throw them in, celery, and I'm adding in some vegetable broth paste here. We're just gonna wang jangle that all up. Does anyone else watch? Oh, what's that guy's name? You Suck at Cooking. I love the wang jangle term. Then we're gonna add lots of spices, cumin, chili powder, lots of chili powder, smoked paprika, some oregano I added there. Saute that all up, looking tasty. Yum, yum. Then I'm gonna add 1 can of diced tomatoes, 28 ounces. Here I just have a bunch of mixed beans that I threw into my Instant Pot to cook. We have red kidney beans, black beans, and pinto beans, because I wanted all the beans. And then I added in 1 of the big tomato cans full of water, mixed that all up, and we're gonna bring that to a boil. So, spoiler alert, I was hoping to do a spider web on this with like some coconut cream, but it kind of failed epically later. So if you want to see my spider web coconut cream, go check out my butternut squash and cauliflower soup video, because it just worked better because that was a pureed soup. This was a chunky chili, so that just did not work at all. I tried, but nonetheless it was delicious and I ate it that day, so I still wanted to include it in the video. Now we're gonna make a little pizza. I tried to make like a graveyard barbecue pizza, so I have some barbecue sauce here. Another spoiler alert, this was painfully spicy because I took a spicy barbecue sauce. My partner has a lot of like hot sauces in the fridge and I was like, this is barbecue on it, and I didn't really think too much about it. It was really hard to get down. I have a low spice tolerance, but it was tasty. Then I had some vegan cheese. I tried to cut these vegan pepperonis into little like gravestone shapes, you know, like the little half circle. They're from Real Fake Meats, a local vegan butcher to Halifax. I mean, I really tried. Graveyard pizza. It was a good concept. Now this doesn't make sense at all, but I threw some bell peppers on there because I wanted them. They don't really fit the graveyard theme, but that's okay. And then I tried to make little olive spiders, which I think were really cute, and they're my favorite part of the whole pizza. Also, this is not everything I ate this day. This is just my main meals of the day because I had quite a few snacks. It was Halloween, so, and this year was our first year living in our house, and we expected to get like, you know, a couple kids at least trick-or-treating. We got nobody, so I had to eat all the candy. I couldn't let it go to waste. That would have been just crazy. Now I cut my pizza. Yum, yum. And we're coming up on my attempt. Here I go, trying to make a spider web, but just, there was no way for me to drag those lines. I should have pureed this bowl of chili. But you live and you learn. Well, this is pretty much everything I ate that day. I enjoyed this dinner while watching John Carpenter's Halloween, the original. It was, oh wait, no, it wasn't John Carpenter's. It was Rob Zombie's. I watched John Carpenter's a couple days before. Which one do you like better? I want to say I like the original the best, but I really like how Rob Zombie dived more into Michael's like childhood and background. And I'm such a big Rob Zombie fan. He's the best. I love all of his movies so much. But this was everything, all my main meals of the day. In your head, you know I ate a lot of Halloween candy, but this was delicious. Ooh, and I also had a root beer Zevia with this. I've never really been one to drink soda, really, or soda alternatives, but this root beer Zevia is so good. I'm so obsessed with it. And yum, that was me trying my pizza. And then there's my ginger root beer. Delicious. Cracked that open, put on the movie. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll be back here every Friday with some budget-friendly, awesome vegan recipes for us to enjoy.